Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Monday. Hope you're well. Hope your weekend was quite nice. Hope you've had a lovely time. Hope Monday's not treated you too badly as well. Obviously, start of the week, I'm sure it's all fine. It's Blue Monday, apparently, isn't it? It's apparently the worst Monday in the world ever. Like, well, not ever, of course. It's always this Monday every single year because it's the third Monday or fourth Monday of January. There's about 65 Mondays in January, and it's a bad one. So this is when everyone gets really sad because it's been like 3 years since last payday. It's back another 2 months till payday possibly. The weather's still a bit crap, and there's nothing really happening. So what we do round here then is it's my job to cheer you all up. Now, how I do that, well, we'll see. But what we could suggest is transfer window, January, AC Milan, 1994. Would that maybe help? Would that maybe smooth a few things over? We can give it a go. Here we go then. Welcome. Hope everyone's good. As I said, this is it then. We are in the January transfer window. I'm going to turn that down in my head a little bit too much. No Monday night NFL game. Very sad. I know, Rouge, but weren't all of the divisional games, weren't all the divisional games a little bit good this weekend? They were all very, very good. Mrs. J treated me to Game Pass this weekend, and I've had a lovely time. Hence why no streams. Hence why I look a bit fresher as well. Luffy, appreciate the 23 months, my friend. Very kind indeed. You wonderful human being, you. Except the Kansas City one, they were fantastic. Yeah, I mean the Kansas one was a bit unfortunate, wasn't it? Because it was all just it was just, yeah, it was just a bit silly, really. Because it was just like there was just no way that should have happened. But yeah, they did it. They did it in their way. So fine, whatevs. Of course they're going to be through it in the final. Of course they are. But into the next game. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I was very, very surprised with the Commanders. Very surprised. Like the Lions properly ate it, didn't they? They properly chewed on it and just went, right, let's not just win, shall we not? So what we probably should mention before we get started, though, is we've just had a deal agreed for Figo. Now, Figo's quite good at football, isn't he? So that's pretty good. Donadoni's out for 2 weeks. How much money have we got? 9 million quid. So here's the question, and I remember this from Friday night. We were looking at centre-backs, weren't we? Because Costa Curta wants to go and join Manchester United, so we're going to lose Costa Curta. My question was, we're going to buy a centre-half, weren't we? We were looking at Roberto Ayala, who was the obvious choice. There was also another guy in there that looked pretty decent. Now that Figo's locked in, do we see how much it would cost to buy Figo outright? Thought the Lions were Super Bowl bound. Jaden Daniels is something special, isn't he? Isn't he just like he can just sort of pick things out of nowhere? And it was like, right, okay, that's happening. So it was all very strange. It was all very, very strange. But yeah, it's I don't know what happened, but that's a great result. Great result for Washington. Can they build upon it? Only time will tell. We'll see what happens next. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then, of course, I felt for the Ravens with the last play. But, I mean, the Bills are good as well, aren't they? Like, Josh Allen's, he knows how to run a football team. So, yeah, I think everyone's very much of the opinion, or at least it feels like everyone's of the opinion, anyone but the Chiefs. Unless, of course, you're Mrs. J, who's very much just the Chiefs, please. That would be great. Thank you. Because of Taylor Swift. and fine. If that's your bag, fine. But there's a lot of everyone else who likes football doesn't want the Chiefs to win, because the Chiefs have won lots. So it would be nice to see other teams win. But yeah, maybe not. Maybe not if you're just into Taylor Swift, of course. A lot of people would love the Bills to take the Chiefs out next week. That would be great. That would be really great. If they could, that would be awesome. We should have a little chat about FM for a minute. Balakov is actually available on a free transfer as well, Rouge. So you know what? We said we couldn't buy him. Oh, and he doesn't want us to sign yet. Interesting. João Pinto has a contract for a bit further on. Are we talking about PPE wearing American hand egg? Really, Dougie? American football. It's not like we're talking. It's not like we're talking multi-millionaire chav kickball. Is that what we're going to call? Is that what we're going to call football? Because we could just do that, couldn't we? Yeah, spoiled brat chav kickball. There. Now, we're talking about American football, which is an actual proper sport that is technical and difficult to play and entertaining. And also doesn't get called off for a little bit of snow. They embrace it. What are we going to do? We need a centre back. We need a centre back. Feels literally a block of ice. Let's play a ball. Exactly. Whereas of course over here it's like, we have to do a pitch inspection. Maybe this is a little bit cold for the footballers. Some of them might need to wear gloves. Grow a pair. No, but the stands might be unsafe for people. Oh. You know what I mean? They've never seen a ball game in Buffalo, have they? You sit on snow. That's part of your season ticket. Yeah. So, right, what are we going to do then with this lot here? We presume we're going to have to buy a striker. Half the team are probably going to get sold in January, so we're going to have to restock the team. My question was, do we buy Figo now? Do we see how much he's going to cost to buy him now? How much to buy him now? 5 million quid. Or do we just get him for free? So 5 million quid plus Ayala. Figo could help us win the league. Because Donadoni is our only right-sided midfielder, really. Is that money well spent? It is Figo. You know what? Let's do it. 5.5 million quid gets Figo in. Okay? How much was Shearer? Shearer was £7 million? £7 million. And it was Blackburn Shearer, yeah. Blackburn Shearer, 31 goals the season before. This is the season Blackburn would have won the title. So we stopped him at that point. Bear in mind, I wasn't born during the 94 season as well. I mean, this is... Yeah, there's going to be a lot of young people in the stream, I get that. But there's also a lot of people who are watching this going... It's brilliant. this is like the best season. So I get that. Yeah. So big name signing at Milan, boost shirt sales. Look at this. There you go. Figo's in, and that should theoretically help us as we go through. Venezia want to do a deal starting at £3 million. Let's just agree that, because we want Vieri as well. And he'll discuss terms now, but he won't discuss terms at the end of the season. That feels bizarre, doesn't it? would love to treat the club as a stepping stone. Like, it's AC Milan in the 90s. We discussed this last time. Where are you going? That's not AC Milan. Like, where are you going next? Also, I want to do a save to get back into the game. What would you suggest a database save? Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you were born in '94, then maybe the 07 08 save, the 07 08 database is probably useful. I mean, if we're being completely honest, at this stage of FM24, I can't offer anything right now. Like, nobody can offer anything right now, because it's just the end of the game, innit? It's literally the end of the game. So I don't really know what you can do at this point. You know. We've got 2 months. You've got 2 months. Like if you think 2 months is enough time to do a little save, and it probably is, and something like a little database or like a sort of end of season thing or something, like, you know, bottom at Christmas, all that sort of stuff. Then yeah, like you've definitely got time. Obviously, we are presuming that FM25 comes out in March as discussed. Which of course is what we should, which is what we believe is the case. So yeah, I don't see why not. Definitely something that's only a couple of seasons. Like, you can't really do something that's going to be longer. Take the working job, see if you can match how we're doing in real life. Yeah. Take the Southampton job and see if you can actually get them to get up to double points. Don't really want to sell Boban to PSG. I'm probably going to upset a few people. I'm not that fussed about San Roberto Carlos. I've got Maldini. I don't really want to let Stropper go, especially not on loan. 2.8 million for Lentini. It's just, that's not enough. No. Like, Dortmund, you're messing about. And I'm sorry, but that's not enough money for Stefano Ranio either. Aruba Reina. He was good. And Raul Cardozo as well. Oh, we meant to get details come out this month. Yeah, end of the month. End of the month we'll get something. So it said end of January, and it's not end of January yet. So come end of January, we'll get something. What we'll get, don't know. But whatever we get, I can guarantee this right now, whatever we get from Sports Interactive will not be seen as enough by some people. Because they probably won't show you the whole game. And because of that, people will kick off. Because that's just how it is, isn't it? That's just how people are. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's just see what happens. But I don't know. I've just kind of gone a bit like off the focus really of FM25 or whatever. Like I'm just, look, it'll get here when it gets here. I'm not chasing it. I'm not rushing around after it. I'm not hunting out news and reading, checking Reddit and all that sort of stuff to try and get people bits of snippets of info and stuff. I'm not. Yeah, it'll turn up when it turns up, and it'll turn up on whatever state it's in, and we'll play it. If it's fun, we'll play it, and if it's not fun, then we'll have to think of something else to do. And I'm really gonna have to struggle to come up with some ideas for what to talk about on a podcast. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Have faith. Trust the process. Yeah, and you know, there's no scenario where it doesn't come out. Let's be honest. There's no scenario where it doesn't come out. It comes out. Like, you know, we've just got to finish this season with Milan, and then we will see whether we start season 2 or whether we start the new interesting, exciting project that we might have up our sleeves. Just check my calendar. Could be the interesting, exciting project. Simone makes it 2-0. Is Ronaldinho here, or is it too early? It's too early, we think. We had a look for him, we couldn't see him. He certainly wasn't at Paris Saint-Germain. But yeah, I couldn't find him in the database. MadScientist is usually tells us, but I don't think he was there. Does anyone remember? Rouge, you were in the other night, weren't you? Was he there? There's Albertini, makes it 3. I should say as well, we've got 15 Serie A matches left in this season, plus of course Champions League and Coppa Italia. And the board haven't changed their expectations of us winning everything. So we have gone top, 1 point ahead of Parma, but we have now played a game more than them. Here's Figo. There's it back, Nedved. Oh, off the underside of the bar and away. Hull it from distance. Oh, what a hit. That had fire on it. Google Ronaldinho, he played from 98 to 2018. Ah, okay, so therefore, no, he's not in the game then. Thank you, Veggie. Appreciate that. Costa Curta, Maldini, Albertini. Oh, also, Maldini made his debut today. Was it on the on Twitter? Was it 40 years ago? Can't be 40 years ago, surely. It is 40 years since Paolo Maldini made his AC Milan debut. 40 years. Happy Paolo Maldini Day to all who celebrate. Also, Marco Gabbiadini's birthday day as well. So technically, that makes complete sense. The greatest centre, the greatest defender, and one of the greatest strikers ever to grace this earth. Figo, Albertini. Nedved's got loads of space. Simone's got loads of space. I know, I thought that as well. 40. I was like, So I was 4 when he debuted. That makes no sense. You saw Gabbiadini play for Darlow. Oh, cool. I never saw him at Darlow. Obviously, I saw him loads at Sunderland. Never saw him at York. Definitely didn't see him at Derby County. But he only lives close. He only lived around the corner, so might see him strutting around York at some point. Figo off the post, nearly getting a goal on his debut. Feetham's was a cracking ground. Nedved smacks it in. I mean, the thing is, when Maldini made his debut 40 years ago, Baresi was still only 52. So, and he played on for another 13 years, I think. Sorry, 30 years, not 13 years, 30 years. There's Figo, there's Hullet, there's Nedved. Honestly, this Napoli defence aren't anywhere, are they? This is good for the goal difference, isn't it? Roger Miller, exactly. He was 42 when he was at the World Cup. Was it 42? I mean, this Milan side looks a little bit filthy, doesn't it? Rossi, Costacurta, Desai, Baresi, Maldini, Figo, Hullet, Albertini, Nedved, Shearer, Simone. On the bench, Buffon, Van Basten. Van Basten's on the bench. Van Basten, Orlando, Di Canio, Nesta, Pirlo, Coco, Gali, Scholl, Stropper, Brocchi, Lentini. I mean, yeah. It's not a bad side, is it? It's not a bad side we've got. Let's make a couple of changes and rest a couple of people, shall we? Let's put Van Basten on as well, along with Nesta and Pirlo. Playing Napoli, I was thinking we maybe didn't... thought, let's keep Rossi in goal. I thought, we're not going to need Buffon, are we? We could have played Buffon at this rate. Hullet, Van Basten, and we're still trying to buy more players as well, remember? Costacurta, Shearer with a cracking effort. Miller was 38 at the World Cup. Oh, okay. He was at the next one as well. So he was 42. He was 42 at the USA in 84. I don't know why I thought he was 42 at Italia 90, but what a guy. What a guy. Baresi, Maldini, back to Baresi, Hullet. Nedved goes down. Oh. Van Basten's picked up a knock again. So we could do a getting Vieri in. Also as well, Ayala's now 7 million quid, so we are potentially going to have to sell in order to bring Ayala and Vieri in, because we decided to pay for Figo. That wasn't quite the plan we were going to do, but we need to see Figo in a Milan shirt, right? He did play for Milan, didn't he? He did. I'm sure he did. Great challenge by Maldini. Figo appreciates you paying him. I think he does. I'd imagine he will do. Because otherwise he'd be like, oh, fuck, another year at, another 6 months at Sporting. Like, what's the point, you know what I mean? Like, let me play, Gaffer, let me play. And I'd be like, yeah, makes sense. You probably should. So yeah, 1 point clear of Parma. Goal difference of 4, better than them. 8 better than Juventus. 15 games to go. 14 games to go now, I should say, sorry. Shearer's now injured. Okay. So we do need Vieri. Because Shearer and Van Basten both got knocks. Lentini. I suppose we could technically play Lentini if we have to. Van Basten, even with an injury, makes it 6-0. Figo with another assist. As we said, is Figo the man who's going to help us win Serie A? Great hit by Van Basten there. That's decent, isn't it? That is decent. Can't really say much more about that. 6-0, done. 2 months for Shearer. Oh no. Van Basten a couple of days. Okay, that's concerning. Are we concerned about an attitude towards the different playing style? I mean, what? He says he's going to change his approach. It's fine. I don't care what he does. Let him do whatever he wants. No one's bothered. Yeah, no one's bothered. Figo to be unveiled. Yeah, let's unveil him. Where's he going to play? Midfield right. He seems happy enough. So Ajax have made a bid for Roberto Carlos. Paris Saint-Germain want Boban, but Boban's not interested in going. Christian Vieri wants in. Just in time. Because we need... Understand why he's been loaned back. What? What? No. Ah, shit. Oh. Oh, no. Feel free to clip that as TJ has done a TJ. Bollocks. Oh, TJ, man. You absolute knacker. You idiot. Oh, dear. Why have I done this? Why am I like this? Does anybody know? Why can I not just read simple instructions? So I've now spent valuable money that I didn't have on a striker that I needed, and then I've decided to loan him back. So I now don't have him. Oh, and one of my strikers is now out for 2 months. So I think that this now feels a bit like we are going to have to sell to buy, isn't it? I can't believe I've done that. I can't believe I've done it. I mean, in a sense, I can believe it. Obviously, of course I can believe it. Mehmet Scholl and Alessandro Nesta unhappy about the amount of playing time. That's fine because they're on loan. Garley wants to leave. Stropper wants to leave. Stefano Ragno's upset. Are we just going to have to... I mean, 6 games, not really enough, is it? Costa Curta wants to leave. Savicevic wants to play more games. Oh dear. I feel like I've got a bit of an issue here. doesn't really have any interest. I mean, that's great, DeCanio. You might not have interest, but let's try and get you some interest in leaving, shall we? Otherwise, I'm going to have to just sell some first teamers that I don't really want to do. I can't believe I did that. I feel like I've got a bit of an issue. just a bit of a that's what she said coming in there. What do we do then, team? Stropper wants to leave on loan. Offers made for Stefan Aranio. He's worth 6 million quid, and these teams are offering like peanuts. Can we get loans? Probably not. Like not at the level that we need. I don't think. Like in hindsight, I mean, the thing is I hadn't budgeted for buying Figo, and that's what's thrown me a bit. Stupidity. Oh yeah, stupidity is definitely the reason. Is definitely the reason. I wasn't paying attention. I was just talking. Dodgy Rolex. Mr. V streams with the Pentagon go in the bin. It did. It absolutely did. And the reason being is that I didn't have time to give it the care and attention that it deserved. Really, because yeah, it was foolish of me, to be honest, to try and do it in the space of a couple of weeks, essentially. So yeah, it had to go in the bin, and I wasn't feeling it with any of the teams either, and I lost my way a little bit, and then I realised that it wasn't fun, and then I was like, well, yeah, FM needs to be fun again, and then I started this, and now I have made a rod for my own back. Because this is I can't believe I've done this. Now the thing is, if I sell Aranio, I mean, I've got Panucci who can play right back. I'm gonna have to sell Costa Curta, aren't I? It can't get into the Pentagon. The problem is that how I was doing it was not the right way to do a Pentagon. What the Pentagon's meant to be is you're meant to take a team, try and build that team up, get to the point where you get towards the Champions League. If you miss out, you then go again and you push on. And we got one Champions League final, lost 2-1, 3-2, over 2 legs, and then just jumped ship straight away, and it was silly, to be honest. It was silly. I shouldn't have done that. And that's the problem. When I did that, I lost the steer of the save. I lost its focus, and I then probably should have just. I should have binned it off at the time. You know what I mean? I should have been like, right, no, it needs to go. Like, but I stuck with it for a little bit, and then I was just like, nah, this is not working. Dejan can do a job up front. He can, and he might have to. To be honest, he might have to. I mean, Lentini can play up front as well if we really need to. And actually make some use of him. I can't believe... What a... That's just ridiculously frustrating. Bringing Bruce Grobbelaar as a reserve goalkeeper. Why? Why? That's never a good idea, surely. Loan offers for Stropper. I'd rather sell him. I don't really want to loan Coco either, but I'm going to have to, aren't I? Oh, I've properly... It's Bruce Grobbelaar. What the match fixer Bruce Grobbelaar. The Bruce Grobbelaar who's not actually a good goalkeeper. The Bruce Grobbelaar who's Zimbabwe international, so therefore non-EU. Really old Bruce Grobbelaar. I mean... This is AC Milan we're talking about here. This is not... We're not Tranmere Rovers, right? We're not Ebbsfleet. We're not, you know, fucking Chorley or something. Just Tamworth. This is AC Milan. This is not... It's not going to be... This is not Bruce Grobbelaar's rodeo. I'm sorry. Like... Detective Grobbelaar from that one episode of Bottom. He's no Hans Seggers. There you'll see consoles in 4 months on the sub. Even that's the thing. Even console goes wrong one. Bruce Grobbelaar won a European Cup. David May won a European Cup. I'm not buying David May. Scott Carson has got a European Cup winners medal. Not getting it. Raman van der Houw has a European Cup winners medal. He's getting nowhere near. He's getting nowhere near. No chance. No chance. He's not... Right. Answer me this. Is Bruce Grobbelaar better than Buffon? No. So there you go. Bruce Grobbelaar. Jonathan Greening's got a Champions League. Has he? Jesper Blomqvist maybe had one. He was on the bench. Wow. I never realised that. I never realised. Cracking claim to fame for him, you know what I mean? That is superb. Right, so we've got Genoa, and what's our match after Genoa? Because I've got a feeling Juve. Right, we've got a week, so you can rest up. I don't think Stropper goes for loan. I know we said we would, but I can't really let Coco go either because we need cover for Maldini. I know you want to go. How about Hugo Sanchez, the former Real Madrid striker, as an option? It would be cheap. Right. I appreciate the help, right? But who is Hugo Sanchez? Right, okay. Are we sure Hugo Sanchez is going to be the answer? No. 36 years old. Come off it. Like, I'll be honest. I looked at Kevin Phillips, and when he's at Watford, and even I was going, you know what? I shouldn't really try and sign Kevin Phillips, and I didn't. I held firm. I was going to, but I held firm, and I was like, oh, I really shouldn't. So I didn't. But yeah, we're not just signing dafties. Campbell Money will be at Southampton. Who's Campbell? St Mirren. Who's Campbell Money? Have I missed something somewhere? Marcelo Salas and Chile should be cheap. Yeah, should be. Yeah. 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 having him out on loan again. I need to... To be fair, Hugo Sanchez did score 562 goals in 956 appearances. That's not enough, though, is it, Ruggiero? It's not enough. I've got Shearer, Van Basten to try and usurp, and they're also not 36, which I know is fine in Serie A age, but Roberto Ayala's in. There we go. It's Batistuta or Crespo. Look, I'm not arguing over who the best Argentinian striker is. Yeah, but because that is a debate that can rage. Probably is Batistuta, in it. It's longer hair. Longer hair. All day and twice on Sundays. And he played on Sundays. He loved Sundays, didn't he? That was it. That was his time. Any given Sunday. Is Carlos Valderrama still kicking about in this save, or Histro Stoichkov? Yes, they both are. I've actually no Stoichkov is Stoichkov? Yes, he is. I think, yeah. Jalmini has just turned up. We've done some fantastic Italian financial wiggling. We had an £8 million transfer budget. We spent 37.5 million. I don't know how. The fact we've signed Christian Vieri and can't play him is just ridiculous. Maybe we should sign Sebastian Frey. I mean, we don't need a goalkeeper, but, you know, why not? 4.7 million for Stefan Aranio. Berlusconi loaner and money through the club again. I cannot confirm or deny that's what's happening, Ruggiero. Nor would I be the sort of person that would speculate that sort of activity, because, you know, obviously I wouldn't suggest anything like that. I totally would suggest it, because it's true. Right, let's rest Desai. Ayala can come in to play alongside Baresi. Nedved's still fine. Hullet's still fine. Figo's fine. Van Basten and Simone up front. In fact, Nesta should probably play, shouldn't he? Where's Genoa? Oh, God, right. Nesta and Ayala. Let's try it. Okay. Maldini and Costa Curtis should theoretically be able to bail them out. It was either the football club or Fiat. Well, again, I mean, let's not suggest anything, shall we? Because we all know what's happened. We all know what's happened. Money has found its way into the pockets of other Italian football clubs, and AC Milan just went, way, whoa. I don't know why you're suggesting that. Nedved down the line, no one's there though. Les Seeley's doing a job at United. Les Seeley. I think Jim Leighton's still in goal at Aberdeen. Nedved down the wing. Albertini. Hullet. Albertini blocked. Van Basten. Did they create Kalina as a ref? Oh, I don't know actually. That's a good one. If it is, then he referees all games because he's the only referee that anyone actually knows. Knowing the Mad Scientist, I would imagine so. And in fact, also, I'm surprised that the Mad Scientist hasn't managed to get Peter Drury's voice on it. Even using AI. Tony Yeboah. No, Peter Drury, Barry Davies. No, it was Peter Drury, wasn't it? Sure, it was on Channel 4. Gazette. Convinced it was Peter Drury. James Richardson needs to introduce all the matches, though. Okay, now considering we need to win all of our matches, 0-0 against Genoa is not brilliant. And Van Basten's picked up another injury. Barry Davis was on Actua Soccer. I remember Actua Soccer. That was a thing. Right. Nedved floats it across. Van Basten gets up with the header. Makes it 1-0. And we'll bring him off in the second half. We'll put Lentini on up front. Save his knackered legs. Ayala's looking aggressive. Good. That means he's probably going to get sent off at some point. So might need to consider potentially bringing him off. Wikipedia says Peter Brackley. That's it. Peter Brackley. I did say Peter. It was the wrong Peter, wasn't it? Do I remember Dario Hubner? He was a legendary striker but never capped by Italy. His unfashionable clubs. I do remember Dario Hubner. We talked about Igor Protti last week as well. We also saw Daniel's Andrea Salenzi, who ended up playing for Grimsby. It's Albertini giving it away. It was definitely a Peter. Definitely a Peter. Right, Albertini can't play as a DLP, clearly. Nedved with a free kick. Floats in, back post, off the post and away. Figo tees it up. Costa Curta doesn't go for it. And my next guess was Peter Parker from Spider-Man, so would have been another Peter. Or Blue Peter. Costa Curta, Lentini, Boban. Oh! Yes, Boban. Even Jamie, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Save's going alright, buddy. Save's going alright, thank you. We're just messing around, to be honest, so we're having some fun. Question over on YouTube here, by the way. Was Zidane as good as they claim, or is he just overrated? I'm 20 years old, I didn't get a chance to see him in action. Would you say he's the top 10 of all time? Be honest. How do you make the top 10 of all time? I'll answer the first question. Yes, Zidane was as good as they say. In fact, he's probably better than they say, to be honest. Because if you're only 20 years old, he's better than every central midfielder you've seen. Yeah, he was insanely good. Insanely good. He could do everything. He had his silky touch was ridiculous. He was actually really, really quick as well. I think people forget how quick he was. Scored fantastic goals, didn't mind putting his foot in, grafting a bit, doing a bit of the grunt work. So yeah, no, Zidane was like elite. Yeah, someone like Jude Bellingham could only hope. Like, you know, Zidane was underrated. That's probably a fair point, Jamie, actually. Yeah, underrated. Underrated. Yes, Murph, how are you, my friend? Nice to see you, buddy. Hope life's treating you well. Filippo Maniero is another one alongside Lucarelli. Committed Marxist, principal prevented from playing for one of the big clubs at Juve and Milan. Interesting. Zidane and Figo were miles apart from anything around at the time. True. But then, I don't know. See, the thing is, though, were they miles apart from everything at the time? Because Ronaldinho sort of like overlapped that time. So I would say Ronaldinho's in that. He's not miles apart from them two. Ronaldinho was a cheat code. You know, who'd be my best starting 11? Did we try and do this recently? I can't remember if we did or not. Family are well, thank you, Murph. Yeah, very, very good indeed. We're all good. Hope yours are good too. Hope life in the new world is treating you well. New job and everything. I haven't done that button yet, so I'm going to try and get that sorted over the next couple of days. So thank you very much for sending that video over to get that one fixed up. Who would be in the starting 11? Right, okay. So in nets. Now, if I take out who I'd like in there, right? I'd like Gianluca Pagliuca in there. I'd like Angelo Peruzzi in there. I'd like Buffon in there. But it's got to be Schmeichel. I think Schmeichel's got to be the number one. I think Schmeichel's the best keeper. Better than Neuer? Yeah, because he played in a different time. He played when... Yeah, he was a goal-scoring goalkeeper. So, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'd say Schmeichel in nets, given how, like, he cost peanuts. And he was pretty much... I think he was more important to United than Cantona in terms of the signing at the time. Because I think if... Like, you can score more goals, but you can't keep the goals out. So, you're all a bit on the young side. I'm 44, mate. I've seen Maradona play. Maradona's brilliant. I thought you were about to say, oh, you're a bit on the small side. You haven't seen Puskas play. You know? But, yes. Maradona, very, very good. Very good indeed. And to be fair, that it's nothing like what you've said there isn't a surprise. Like none of us are sat there going, "Who? Maradona? Never heard of him." Like, yeah, we all absolutely know Maradona was brilliant. Right, Schmeichel's in goal, right? Who else is there? Best ever right back. Oh, see, now it feels shit because I don't want to say Gary Neville's the best right back because it already feels very Man U heavy. But who's the best right back? Who's the best right back ever? Zanetti? Nah, Cafu probably. You're closer with Cafu. I think Cafu's probably the guy, innit? Giuseppe Bergami, Carlos Alberto, Panucci. If we're talking FM, then it's Panucci, 100%. If we're talking FM, it's Billy Jones from Crew. But I think the calls for Cafu probably fair. Cafu at right back, Maldini at left back, obviously. I'm not hearing anybody who's going to try and tell me it's Roberto Carlos. It's Maldini. all day. Serginho's back up at right back. Ooh. Evening A15. Nice to see it. What's the formation? 4-4-2. 4-4-2, clearly. The greatest team with the greatest formation. Who's the best centre-backs ever? Best centre-backs. Again, I feel as I'm putting this side for me, it feels very 90s, early 2000s, right? And it will be slightly weighted towards that, because I don't care what anybody says. Bobby Moore was not the greatest centre-half of all time, right? That can piss off, okay? He wasn't. There's only English people say Bobby Moore was the best centre-half ever. And the only reason to say that is because Bobby Moore was the captain of England when they won the World Cup, right? And I will die on that hill, right? Who's the best centre-half ever? Mateus was more of a midfielder, wasn't he? Daniel Passarella. I can't say I'm familiar with Daniel Passarella's performances in real life. Morton Olsch, Valderrama, made my evening Retro FM. Yes, Shagger, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Arc 4 Dissous. One question about the Retro database. Does it include club takeovers? I've got no idea. Will Chelsea be bought by Abramovich? I mean, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It's not like an actual simulation. Like transfers don't clock in the future, because otherwise you then wouldn't be able to buy players because they'd all move. So I'm guessing not. Yeah, I'm gonna take a. Yeah, I don't think so. Beckenbauer. That's my centre half. Why did I say Mateus? I meant Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer's my centre half, and then maybe somebody like. Part of me wants to put Sergio Ramos in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, part of me wants that, right? Part of me wants Des Walker, because you'll never beat Des Walker. Paul McGrath could have been there. Jonathan Woodgate was an incredible centre half. I'll give you that. Tony Adams I saw for the shout from Rougeau before. Desai was pretty good. He was pretty good. Laurent Blanc was great. Who do I want at centre half? Steve Bold, from his Sunderland era, 33. Yeah. Blanc and Beckenbauer with Cafu and Maldini is pretty decent, isn't it? I thought about Hierro for a bit, Jose. I did think about. I was like thinking, who's a good Spanish centre half? Hierro. I was like, yeah, okay, I can see that. But then I was trying to think, like, is there anyone else that we could do? Like maybe South American, like really, really good Argentinian centre half, possibly. There's no such thing as a good Brazilian centre half, so it's clearly not a Brazilian one. Or maybe Lucio. Actually, Lucio's not a bad shout. Again, am I thinking slightly more FM than real life? Cannavaro. Jurgen Kohler. Yap Stam. Lucio was a beast. He absolutely was, wasn't he? And he played for like Leverkusen. So it's just like, what? Hang on, what? Taribo West. Nesta's being overlooked. He is, but I think if we're going for the greatest of all time, as incredible as Nesta was, I don't think he's in that goat pick. Do you know what I mean? Hear you out, John Terry. I will see you out, John Terry. Good centre half. Good centre half. Awful human being. So we have to. Emerson Tom. I will get behind that. Kevin Ball could potentially be part of this. Costa Curta for centre back is a shout. But if we've not got Baresi in there, then we can't really have Costa Curta, can we? Koeman. Oh, Koeman's a shout because Koeman also knocked England out of a World Cup, so that's not bad. Look at Butchie in goal. We've moved on from Butchie. We've got Schmeichel in goal. Walter Samuel and Baresi. Danny Blind. No. Other centre half. Kenneth Anderson. De Boer. If we're thinking, like, bear in mind, we're thinking of the greatest 11 players at this point. We're not just thinking of who's good, right? And these are good players. Some of them are very, very good players. But who is the greatest centre half of all time? That's what we're looking at. Yeah? That's what we're looking at. Who are the best centre halves ever? The best centre halves depend on how you want to play. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, right. None of these players are going to play. And I can get a little bit autistic like that as well, console, and be like, well, it depends upon the weather and all that sort of stuff. Like, I just need the best players. The best players of all time. Nice things, not one person said Rio Ferdinand. Well, as a centre-back, incredible. Again, as a human being, questionable. Vidic could have been in there, just a proper old-school kick-fuck centre-half. Alan Hansen, he's a twat though, and that's the problem, you know. Every defence needs a no-nonsense brick wall. Therefore my shout goes to Chiellini. Well, I've got Maldini at centre-back. At left-back, sorry. So, unless I move Maldini into centre-half. Sorry, I've got a game to play as well, haven't I, here? Unless I move Maldini at centre-half. Hear me out, centre-back pre-back pass rule is immediately discounted. No, because then Beckenbauer can't be in. No, because then all you're doing is just like you're only having defenders from like the mid 90s onwards, which, you know, don't get me wrong, is my wheelhouse, right? But nah, there was some good lads before the back pass rule came in. I think we're doing a short-term save. Rich says 94-95. In your experience from actually playing, who are the teams actually challenging for European domination trophies? Well, we're only in the first season, to be honest, Rich. So we're AC Milan. We should be challenging. Given this at the start of that season, there'll be like Barcelona will be challenging, Real Madrid will be challenging, like the usual lot. Really, it's football. It doesn't really change a great deal, does it? But Parma are top of the league at the minute, and we need to stop that. To be honest. Didn't Baresi and Maldini go a full season only conceding 5 goals? I think that sounds about right, Redke. Yeah, that sounds right. Ball through Van Basten. Thiago Silva deserves a shout. Not for the greatest centre-back of all time. No chance. He's not even in the European Hall of Fame. The wee blonde lad, Thomas Brolin. We've got Gianfranco Zola. The issues, I mean, we're struggling at centre halves. Wait till we get the strikers. We've only got 2 to pick from. I'm tempted by Bordeaux, a young Zidane, Lizarazu and Dugarry, and that's a pretty good shout, Rich. That is a pretty good shout. Zidane looks pretty good in the game as well. In fact, they all do. I think Yuri Zhorkayev's already moved, so you probably are without him, but Bordeaux's not bad. Backup left back is Philippe Lahm, by the way. Simone makes it 2. Carlos Puyol. Carlos Puyol? Maybe. Who do I want as me centre half? Maybe I'll just play one centre back. It's Beckenbauer. It's Beckenbauer and Baresi. Right, so it's Cafu, Beckenbauer, Baresi, Maldini. I don't think you can say much fairer than that. That feels pretty solid. Yeah? That feels pretty decent. Baresi and Maldini know each other inside out. Beckenbauer is Beckenbauer. And Cafu is just bombing up and down, doing whatever Cafu could do. Schmeichel's shouting, calling them all twats. Yeah? Then you get into the midfield. So if we're looking for greatest right winger ever, Steve McManaman. It's not Steve McManaman, but it could be. Beckham's in with a shout. He's not the answer, but he's in with a shout. Okay? And I think he's going to be quite difficult to not be in with a shout. Of just like, if you were playing with him, he would do better. Mark Overmars, nah. Mark Overmars, for all of his off the field stuff, no. Beckham hopelessly overrated. I'm not a Beckham fan, but no, he wasn't. Was he really? No, he wasn't. Rivaldo? Is Rivaldo right side of play? Rivaldo was a central player, surely. Salah's not getting in the side. I'm calling that right now. Salah is not getting in the greatest ever 11. Okay? Oh, everyone has a bad game, Dougie. Everybody has a bad game. And I'm a Scotland fan as well, so I'm never going to be campaigning for any English player to get in anything. But you can't discount what Beckham was able to do. Yeah? If you're talking overall, then it's Garrincha by a distance. We are talking overall. For Garrincha, I'm not seeing how many. I'll be honest, I can't. I'm not sure how many Garrincha matches I've seen. Wasn't Figo right midfield? He was. Again, I'm just trying to think of who the best ever players to play out on the right hand side, in whatever role you want to think it is. Right, you know, like right midfield, right wing. You know, no, I'm not having Ronaldo in that either. He is barred. He's absolutely barred. Messi's not. Messi's in there. Messi's in the greatest 11 of all time. George Best. Again, I don't really know if I saw enough George Best to comment. Robin was very good, but again, not the greatest left midfielder of all time, was he? And I think this is Hazard. Hazard's not even the greatest right midfielder of the Premier League era. Never mind of all time. I'm not sure if he's the best right midfielder Belgium's ever produced. Messi's right wing. Right, Messi goes in then. Messi goes right wing. Right. Gareth Bale. I love Gareth Bale, but again, no. He was class, but he's not the best ever, is he? He's not the best ever. R9 is up front. R9 is 100% there. I'll tell you that right now. R9 is definitely up top. Big fan of the RG boys, Crespo and Batistuta. Yeah? R9 ahead of Batistuta? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Those who saw R9 know. Van Basten not making the best striker ever. I mean, I love Van Basten, but right, I can't believe I'm going to say this. How do I phrase this? Right, okay. This is how I think I phrase it. Okay? Van Basten, incredible. Undeniably incredible. Okay? If we're talking about the greatest ever, we're talking about it because of the fact that he's the first thing that you think of when you think of Van Basten is the volley against Russia, right? Van Basten for me is outstanding in the same way that I think that Bergkamp is outstanding, and the first thing I think of Bergkamp is that turn against Dabizas, and I'm wondering if I'm slightly taken in by moments rather than the overall, because when Bergkamp does it, he does the thing that nobody else can do. Van Basten scored incredible goals. I don't know. But I feel like R9 was just something quite ridiculous. He had everything. Pace, power, quick feet. He could score both feet. He could score with his head. He didn't need anybody around him. He was just his own little... he was just in his own world. And yeah, if he hadn't been injured, who knows what would have happened? Hadji's got to be in the squad. Yeah. If we're going Brazilian 58, 4-2-4, Maradona, Pele, Messi, R9. I mean, there's not. I honestly don't know how anybody even does this. I don't know how this 11 gets solved. It clearly can't. It just can't. There's no way you can only have 11 players. This is the problem, innit? This is literally the problem. There is no way it works. What I should say is that we've accepted a bid for Lentini because he wanted to go to Ajax. Now what we might do is try and buy Kluivert. He's maybe... I don't know if we're going to have enough to buy him. Van Basten won the Ballon d'Or 3 times in spite of injury, retired at 28. For AC Milan, a strike rate of 194 in 147 matches where scoring a Serie A was insanely difficult. Oh, do not get me wrong. I am all aboard the Van Basten boat, right? The Van Basten bus. I love it. I love it. I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to do this properly, because I wouldn't be able to do it. Brian Laudrup's listed for loan. Shall we... Here's an interest in discussing a loan move to Milan. I mean, Brian Laudrup, you're at no offence, you're at Rangers. Like, what are you looking for here? You wish it was Michael Laudrup. Well, I mean, none of it's real, but he loves Glasgow. He does, yeah. He's up and down Socky Hall Street. He's like, I can't possibly leave here. Right, we might need another we might need another striker if Lentini goes. And Real Madrid wants Stefan Aranio. Let's sell Aranio as well. 7 million quid plus 6 million quid. That's 15 million, right? So we can buy a striker, I suppose, really. Do a brothers 11. I think we'd struggle with that as well, wouldn't we? The problem is, it is all subjective, isn't it? Like, there is no right or wrong answer. Presumably Batistuta won't sign for us. Right, let's just try and go all out. Who are we going to try and get? George Weah? I mean, they signed George Weah in real life. Correca? Tony Polster? Zorkaev, Toto Scalacci, Andrei Kanchelskis, Tony Yeboah, Alan Boksic, Mark Haitley, Kenneth Anderson. I mean, let's... Oh, there we go. Kevin Nugent. Signed. Sorted. Kevin Nugent. Okay, all he's looked at is Darren Anderson, Gianluca Festa and Fabio Galante. Brilliant. Like, why have we bothered? Shevchenko's young. He's 18. So he would count as foreign. Is Job born yet? Viali. 8 million quid. Baggio, 8 million quid. They have got Ravanelli, and I know it's not the same. He's not playing. 15 for finishing, 18 for off the ball, 15 for acceleration. Wonder whether just a couple of million quid might be enough to get him in. And he's Italian as well. Totti. Do you reckon Totti would move? He's only 18. I need a striker who's gonna hit the ground running. Is it Signori? Do I try and get Beppe Signori in? I know he might technically class as a midfielder. He's out for 4 months. That's one way to stop me doing it, isn't it? Del Vecchio. Ooh. Marco Di Vaio? Abede Pele. Rogerio Rizzatelli. 12 goals in 21 matches. How about Jan Kola? Nicola Ventura. I remember him. Oh. Can we sign Enrico Chiesa because he scored loads of goals against us? Do you reckon? This move will go through on the 1st of July. Alright, we don't want that. Jan Kola was the man, wasn't he? The absolute man. If in doubt, get Jan Koller and just hit it long. Oliver Bierhoff, we liked. Not quite as quick as we were hoping for. Fonseca, Totti. How many goals has Totti scored? 7 in 16. Karsten Janker. So bid for Batter Stewart. He's on the bench at the minute, but he's scored 27 goals, so presumably he's not been benched properly. Alessandro Melli was a goal machine. He was. He absolutely was, but he's just signed for Sampdoria. He was one of the first people I checked out on this database when we took the job. I was like, right, where's Alessandro Melli? Do we go for Bergkamp? Doesn't want to sign. Daniel Amakachi. We can't sign Daniel Amakachi, can we? It'll be non-EU as well, that's the problem. Joined Everton that season, never worked out for him. Ah, right, yeah, all right. Well, if he's at Everton, then they won't sell him, unfortunately. Roberto Muzzi, I remember, used to always score goals on Champman back in the day. Massimo Allegri, Vincenzo Montella. He's only 20, model citizen, 15 for acceleration, 16 off the ball, 15 finishing. He's only just signed. So not getting in then, are we? Manfredi. There's Igor Protti. There's Nicola Ventola. 16 years old. He looks good, doesn't he? Lorenzo Amoruso. No, Luca Amoruso, I should say. Do you know Thomas Scaravi? Victor Ikpeba. Oh, I remember Victor Ikpeba. Cassano was going to be far too young, unfortunately. Savo Milosevic. Cristiano Lucarelli. Benito Carboni. Freddie Rincon. Vlahovic, Gallo. There's Dario Hubner, talked about earlier. Aspria. Wanted by Ajax. Marco Branca. Gianfranco Zola. Zola to Milan. Henrik's in the database. Boksic isn't Italian, is he? Actually, does Boksic count as non-EU? Europe, EU nation, yes. Oh, right, Alan Boksic is coming in then. He's transfer listed at 4 million quid. Done. Alan Boksic. So, Boksic, Shearer, Van Basten, Christian Vieri on loan somewhere else when we actually need him. Hey, even Lulu Booster, how are you, pal? Good to see you, hope you're well. Coco's trying to force a move. Let's not talk about that, shall we not? We've got a week to try and get all of our business finished, or are we going to have to buy another left back to cover for Cockle. Right, let's not bother with Brian Laudrup then if he's not wanting to come. Clivert. Oh, right, okay. So Clivert's an option at 25. Right, okay. They can't go after Batter Stewart apparently. Klinsmann's at Spurs. Yeah, that's right, yeah. 16 million for Zola. How much better is Zola? How much, what's... Finishing's ever so slightly better. First touch is way better. Free kicks way better. Heading, obviously nowhere near as good as Clivert. Long shots is better. Passing's better. You're really getting jumping reach out of Clivert, aren't you? As opposed to Zola. I'd go Zidane over Zola. I mean, Zidane's not a striker though, is he? It's like comparing Zola to Bergkamp. Yeah. That's the thing, it's a different type of player in it. Boksic is in there though. So that's probably more of a reasonable comparison, isn't it? Boksic to Clivert. Right, so Boksic quicker, more physical, better vision, not as good technically or in the air. Slightly better passing. Off the ball, Clivert's better. Clivert's more determined. Boksic's got better concentration, better agility. He's a bit quicker. Boksic is quicker. Good passing. Yes, Tuny in for 2 months, my friend. Very kind. Thank you for that. Boksic can play complete forward, though. Who are the top scorers in Serie A 94? Might be an unknown gem in there. I don't know. Have I read The Mixer? Remind me of The Mixer. I've heard of this. The fact that I'm saying no, the fact that I'm trying to go, oh, I've heard of this, would suggest no, I haven't. I haven't read it, and I think I probably should. It rings a bell. Michael Cox. That's why it rings a bell. It rings a bell. Not a striker, but a great player. Juninho, the Borough one. Oh, yeah, the Borough Juninho is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant player. I mean, he's probably not going to help us with this striker problem that we've got, is it? You'd love it. It's on a list of things I need to check out. To be honest, Jason Nicholson in with the follow. Thank you very much for that, my friend. Very kind indeed. Yes, I do need to read it. How about Robbie Fowler? No. We've got English players. Go and buy R9. We tried, but he was having none of it before. Unless, of course, he's now going to make me look like an idiot and be like, oh yeah, fine, I'll sign whatevs. You know? He wasn't bothered beforehand. I think that's the problem with this sort of like database, innit? Where you're going, I know exactly who I need to sign. You know, we all know exactly what we need to do, and it is just buy Ronaldo, buy R9, get it over, back to Niall Quinn. Right, Di Canio's gone to Real Madrid. Like, What a piece of business that is. PSV went 9 million quid for R9. Well, of course they want 9 million quid for R9, don't they? He's not interested. Thomas Struntz doesn't want to sign. How much do we need to pay for Thomas Struntz? He'll cover for the fact that Aranio's gone. Paris Saint-Germain still on Boban. It's not happening. It's not happening. Figo's out, so Donadoni comes back in. Panucci's back. Savicevic is back. Dean Windass, imagine Peter Sales in Milan. Even Brazilian Fury, nice to see you, pal. Hope you're good. Best way to do this database is get a director of football, say sign players and see what we end up with. Probably, but then, I mean, I guess there's no real. You're not going to get anyone bad, are you? That's the thing. It's just a matter of who do you want and at what cost. Right, Struntz isn't coming in because we've obviously offered too many. CEOs were recommending Alan Wright, wasn't it? Just about. Got Benfica. Bruce Grobbelaar. Yeah, imagine Bruce Grobbelaar. Evening, Mad Scientist. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Big shout out, of course, to the man who spends all his time making this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful work of art. How are you, buddy? Our Milan side's taking shape. Mad. We've signed Figo. We've signed Christian Vieri, but we can't play him because, of course, I've stupidly agreed for him to go to Venezia on loan. Don't know why I've done that. And we've signed Roberto Ayala. But we need to sign another striker because Van Basten is injured and Shearer's injured. So we're currently in negotiations with Alan Boksic and Patrick Kluivert. Who would you go for? Who would you go for out of those two? Because they both fancy it. I mean, part of me thinks we just buy them both. And we just deal with it, you know? Right, Strupper's gone to Monaco. Not massive. I've had to sell some players I don't particularly want to sell, but we have had to raise a bit of cash. Rossi's injured now, the goalkeeper. Of course it is. You know? But a ball in a midfielder at Man United playing with such an extended highlights, it looks like he's a complete baller who spreads wonderful passes around. Do I keep him as a ball winning midfielder and be happy? I mean, that's the question, Martin. That is the $1 million question. If all you see is him being good, I'd just keep him at that. Because that's all you need in it. That's all you need to see is him just doing good things. Okay, so we've got a couple of days left until we until the transfer window closes. And at that point, we have to hope that there's enough players through the door. I'm sure there is. And then we wait for the issues of trying to register them for the Champions League. That'll be the problem, won't it? Is there some sort of problem, Mad Scientist, where I'm only allowed to register one player or something for the Champions League? What the hell's going on here with the pitch? Brown pitch? Hang on. What is this? What is this? Right, it looks like we're playing on clay. Yeah, it looks like we're playing on. Well, I was about to say, Mario Tennis or Super Tennis or whatever it's called. Was it on the SNES? Evening, Rada. Nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Sicily was very dry. This is going to ruin our passing game, isn't it? I mean, what? I mean, no wonder they've scored. I feel as though this is cheating, personally. For info, pre-game and in-game, you can change the playing surface. Clay, sand, gravel, synthetic pitches. Oh, right. Mad Scientist, you probably will be able to tell me the answer to this, and I'm sure that you have the answer. When you did the 93-94 database, did Queen's Park Rangers have a synthetic pitch? Van Basten turns. Marco Simone scores. Normal service is resumed. Gary Lineker's playing. Oh, for a striker. In-game editor could change it now. I don't have the editor. I don't have the editor. That's why I asked that on Twitter the other day, and I got a load of people going, I think they find that people use the editor for the databases. And I was like, yeah, but my question was, if you're not a database user, what do you use the editor for? Is it just for cheating? And of course, everybody uses it for making databases. We've got no idea, Zeep. We don't know what it's supposed to be. We think it's potentially clay or very dry grass. But welcome in, buddy. Whatever it is, Cagliari appear to have. They know how to play on it. Do you know what I mean? Is it synthetic grass? I think it's just compost. You know? It's shit. It's shit. That's what it is, yeah. Unfortunately, it's just shite. So, right, maybe we go a bit more direct then, if we can't. Is likely clay texture. It does look like clay. It looks like a tennis court, which of course we've discussed, but questions must be asked. What studs do you use on this surface? Probably mouldies, I'd imagine. Oh, it's gone back to Deli Valdez. Nedved gets it away. Simone looks for Van Basten in the area. Albertini just dips out of the way. Oh, offside. The iron studs on the clay. Are you mad, Rada? Oh. Imagine that you get one of them down the back of your leg and so it opens up a wound, and there's bits of sand in there as well. Oh no, tetanus! You'd have your leg chopped off by the end of the match. Yeah, I reckon it's Mouldies. I think we might have to drop our defensive line slightly. But I feel as though I've done it during a highlight, we're going to concede. Oh, here we go. Hullet's intercepted. Simone Van Basten. Oh, just chips over the top. Ability to use the in-game edit to identify the unique IDs for new gen face. Am I not incorrect? No. You can do that just by on the preferences on your on the skin. People use the in-game editor for cheating. We know that. Checking out CA and PA. It's all people do. Or giving more teams more money. No one's using it for anything remotely creative unless you are actually creative. Confirm the surface is clear. I loaded it up and checked it. Fair play. Fair play, Rich. Appreciate that. Thank you very kindly. Let's put Perlo on for Albertini. Maybe move these boys up a wee bit. Use a third-party editor for the sole purpose of adding corner stands into new stadiums. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, it hits from distance. That's not going there. Missing corners gets on my tits. Yeah. Oh, so what you've done though is you've made all stadiums look like a bowl, which you've taken away the identity of stadia. Baresi, Van Basten, Perlo, back to Van Basten over the top. I don't think Van Basten's got a goal in him today. He's playing very well, but I don't think he's got a goal. Yes, I know if you muck around with the corners, it gives different looks. Okay. That's quite cool. I didn't know that. Obviously, Miles is turning in his grave now because that's not the manager's job. Nedved's corner's in. It's nodded away. Perlo. Simone comes to the rescue. That's better. Right. 3-2 now. Uh-oh. Oh, well played. Well held, Buffon. Simone Van Basten goes past one. Oh, pick that one out. What a strike. What a strike. If you add corners to the stand, you won't have the iconic hot dog stand. That is a good point. And from what I understand, it's pulled pork stands in FM25. So, and Korean fried chicken. Yeah, that's what's in there now. And loaded fries. I want a useless news article say they've installed a statue or something pointless. But that's in there though, isn't it? That's already in there. Roberto Muzzi makes it 4-3. I don't know if it's on the console version, but it is definitely in the PC version that you can have a statue built. But it's usually after you've been successful. They don't just build one from like a historical figure. You've never had a statue? Oh, I had a statue when I won the Champions League with Blind Spartans, but I think that's the only statue I've had. And I had the stadium. Jameson Arena. I had that. Yeah, I don't know what the sort of the regularity of statues being built is, but it definitely happens. Van Basten again. Cracking goal. Keeps us 1 point clear of Parma. How do we destabilise Parma? That's the question. I'm a statue at in a stadium in Zagreb. Won the Champions League. Stadium once after a long-term Sunderland save. That's what you're rich, innit? You want the Sunderland Stadium. That'll do. A 5-3 win on clay. I wonder whether that affects our players' fitness going forward. So Van Basten has now scored 13 and 13 or 19 and 18 overall. So as I say, this is back in the time when Italian defences were tight. Can we get a mod where they send an email around the printers being down or Tea Lady's birthday whip round? Could do. There's been delays in stocking the new home kit. Fans are angry. We'd even do like a new bit of TikTok content for them. Paolo Montero is 9 million quid. That's too expensive for us. We haven't got that sort of money. The question is though, who do we sign now? Do we sign Boxic or do we sign Kluivert? I'm tempted to go with Boxic. And I feel that might be the wrong answer, but my thinking is, right, if we sign Boxic, then it's someone else in it. It takes Lazio out. Yeah. Also, as well, if we sign Boxic, we can also get Van Veron. Maybe. Well, maybe not for 5 million quid we can't, or 7 million quid. Is there a position we want? We want a left back. Because I think we're going to have to sell Coco. Well, we're not going to sell Coco, but 5 million quid. We could probably do that. Who's still on their way out? Anybody? Stefano Ranio. So that's 6 million quid coming in. If you want to ruin Parma, report Parmalat to the authorities. Kluivert will soon have a lengthy ban. I mean, he won't. I don't think that's in the game, but I think it's more about the fact that I need someone to come in quickly, and Boxic is only 4 million quid. Let's take part in transfer deadline day. So that could be quite fun. Will Albertini leave? No, he will not. Stefan Reuter. Oh, I'd forgotten all about him. Emmanuel Petit just chose the best 11 teammates on Sky. Oh, I bet that was tiresome. Right, let me join in. Who did he pick? Did he pick Patrick Vieira? Because Patrick Vieira's probably good. He chose the France 98 squad and replaced Guivarch for Bergkamp. That feels reasonable, to be honest. That feels reasonable. So Veron could come in. I'm going to cancel Kluivert and say no. Aruba Reina could come in. If we put Aruba Reina in, then does that mean that we can... Well, we can loan out Coco then, so he's not going to be upset. Let's put him in, and then we'll... I'm going to cancel Veron. We've got enough players in central midfield. Delay until the transfer deadline. Yes. Where's Lentini? Lentini needs to hurry up and get his deal over the line, doesn't he? How can we speed this process up? Lentini's going to say no in it, and he's going to fuck the whole thing up. Right, you want to go out for loan? Go out for loan then. Okay, fine. Get that done. Aranio's still sat there waiting as well. I need these... Right. Delay. I feel as though we're going to miss a couple of things here. We're going to play a match that may count against us. Foggia, let's put... Right. Hullet comes out. Scholl can go in. Scholl's not fully fit, is he? Boban can go in. Van Basten probably needs to come out. Savicevic, Lentini. You made Pep think about Plan B. In what sense? In what sense, Veggie? Coppa Italia quarter-final. All right. Leicester beat Spurs. Beat Spurs? He's managing Spurs. Interesting. But Spurs don't win nothing. Because they are Spursy Spurs, says everyone on the internet. Albertini's missed the penalty. Why is Albertini taking penalties? Right, it's because Van Basten and Shearer aren't playing. Right, so that's not helpful, is it? Oh, great challenge, though, by Boban. Now Simone's through. That's got to be a goal. Of course it does. That goal made by Boban. What a tackle. He's done an alternative 11 too. Seaman, Gallas, Blanc, Adams, Lizarazu, Vieira, Lampard, Hoddle, Makaleli, Cantona and Klinsmann. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad at all. Better than the first team he chooses. Yeah, there's certainly more variety in there, isn't there? Lentini. Back to Boban off the bar. I suppose as well, he's also played with Nicolas Anelka, who, let's face it, Nicolas Anelka was pretty good. I think some people forget how good Anelka actually was. I think he for me, Anelka's underrated. When he broke through at Arsenal, he was like really, really good. Really good. I know his later parts of his career was sort of like not as good, but Anelka must have been a nightmare to play against. Yeah, I imagine so. He's just so quick, clever. But you know, like all footballers, thick and badly advised. So. Oh, off the underside of the bar. Always liked Anelka, a high quality footballer high quality player who just seemed to want to play football. Exactly 33. And he could play. He could play football. And he was the perfect Arsenal striker as well. Like, it was the absolute... That was Wenger in a nutshell. Do you know what I mean? Saw how he played and it was just like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Forget the impact Wenger did with some of his signings, absolute bangers. Vieira, Petit, Anelka. Less so Oleg Luzhny. Ended up a cracking player at Bolton and Chelsea. He was Tristan, but I mean, when he was in Arsenal though, he was ridiculous. Real Madrid is pretty good as well, but Arsenal was ridiculous. Remy Gard and Gilles Gramondi. I always find it bizarre that Arsenal never had the chance to sign Laurent Blanc. And I know the whole Barthez thing really helped him settle at Man U. But Laurent Blanc just struck me as a Wenger sign, like a Wenger centre back. Does that make sense? You could see that, couldn't you? Wenger gave George Weah a trial, just turned up in a car park. I like that. I respect that a lot. In fact, I respect it more than someone who actually has been scouted. It's very much the Harry. It's the only moment that Arsene Wenger has sounded like Harry Redknapp in that sense. Not moving is too old for United. That's probably true, actually. Isn't that how Souness ended up with his cousin as well? It was, yeah. Lentini steps up. He's missed a penalty as well. Oh my god. 2 penalties, 2 misses. We're still winning 2-0. 3-0, I should say. Arubarena's just come on. And he's scored within a few seconds. Redknapp would tell that story on TikTok. Absolutely. That's finally turned up on my algorithm, by the way. It's interesting seeing like how long it takes for my Instagram, for my TikTok algorithm to pick up what's going on. Okay, so Coco can go out on loan now that we've bought a left back in. If the mad scientist here, am I going to get stuck with registration issues at this point in the Champions League? I worry that I might. So Lentini's going to leave, which is fine because it's 7 million quid. Okay. Cafu's going to join Juve. Lentini deal's gone through. Where's my transfer for Boxic? Ask for confirmation. Get the deal done. Boxic is in. 5 hours in. You haven't changed the Champions League rules. That might still that might still scupper me, but it's my own fault, to be honest, for buying too many players. I got distracted, you know. Yeah, it happens a lot to me. How close were we to signing Ravanelli? Not massively close, I must admit. Boxic unregistered. He has to be registered, does he? There you go. In he goes. Who else needs registration? Figo's young. He's fine. Vieri would have needed registered had we learned to do it properly. Ayala's still under 20. Ayala's under 22. Arubarena's under 22. Have I inadvertently just bought a whole bunch of under 21s and made my registration much easier? Yes, I have. Well done, TJ. Biggest spenders, 23 million quid. That's a fair chunk. Box it's registered. Right. Okay. We're fine. That's good. Obviously, we now have to wait for Stefano Ranio to see if he actually leaves. Top target recommendation. Frank de Boer. Great. Thanks for that. Manager of the month. That's very, very kind. Very kind. Thank you, Serie A. Now Stefano Ranio's gone to Milan. Real approach for Costa Curta. No, not on loan. In hindsight, I should have said no to Ranio, shouldn't I? Accidentally signing a shitload of registration exempt players. A hell of a lucky break. Zola on Sky Sports describing moving to Chelsea now, so the Premier League is a tough league back then. Cuts to Dennis Wise and Duncan Ferguson warming up. Yeah, that was definitely a baptism of fire, isn't it? Let's wait and see though if these players don't need to be registered for the Champions League, because that would definitely help. Got ourselves a little Milanese derby though. Parma don't look like they're going to stop winning. I think the Mad Scientist has overpowered Parma. Don't know why. Five points now. We're going to need to go some, aren't we? We're in the situation now where we can't drop points, I guess. 5 points behind Parma with how many games to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got to play Parma away. They beat us at home. Lazio beat us. Cremonese beat us. And a draw with Padova. Oh, they were rebuilding rebuilding Stamford Bridge. Do you remember when they did that with Arsenal? and instead of they were redeveloping it, and they painted fans on the back. That was pretty good. So Shearer's going to come on the bench. Hullett's back in the team. Although Boban was pretty good. I feel as we have to just go for the full strength side, don't we? We're ahead of their time, as if they did it during COVID, much better. I think some stadiums did that, didn't they? They painted fans and stuff. 33 and on 29 months, my friend. Thank you very kindly. It's wonderful. Thank you for the support. Genuinely appreciate it, brother. Oh, also, I don't know where on earth, and I think it's YouTube, by the way. The Eldest Jameson has started going, bruh, and I'm just like, mate, you need to like where has that come from? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, I reckon it's Pokemon videos, isn't it, bro? Like, I'm terribly sorry, but no, that's not how you say it. In Korea, they had inflatables on the terraces. Really? That's quite cool. Wasn't it the Denver Broncos had the South Park characters all painted on? I'm sure they did. Simone off the other side of the bar. My eldest has started saying very sus things last week. I don't even want to take a guess. I'll take a guess, but it'll be wrong. And I wasn't understanding what sus means. What, me or them? Sus means suspicious, doesn't it? Suspect. Albertini, what a strike! Yeah. I understood. Yeah, the eldest is doing it. I get that. Albertini, great strike. I don't know how we're going to keep pace with Palmer. I really don't. We've got to believe, though, right? Nedved, Boxic! That's why we brought him in. Can we possibly do this? Imagine the scenes if we do. It would be incredible, wouldn't it? Did we start this save last week? I think it was, wasn't it? I feel as though we started it like last Monday. Or was it the weekend or something? Plenty of games left to reel Palmer in. There is, but it's also FM in it, so enough times for something to happen to us, to lose like Padova or something. Simone off the underside of the bar. Level on goal difference. We just need Palmer to start dropping some points. Because we're getting daylight between ourselves and Lazio. I praise them. Oh, hang on, look. Green's worked. I was trying to be glass half full. I felt unnatural for me, Zeeb. I'll get the tackle in. Nicola Bertie's back inside. Uh-oh. Bergkamp's done it. It's 2-1. Half time's coming. Okay. 4 shots, 4 on target for Inter. We've had 9, 5 on target. Or 9 and 3 on target, I think it was. Maldini's getting aggressive. So I might have to put Aruba Renner on. Costa Curta's aggressive, but so's Panucci. Shearer could come on in the second half as well. Okay. There's potentially some stuff we might need to do in this half. A third goal would be really, really welcome. And I think I might bring Simone off and put Shearer on. Boxic is going forward. Back inside, Albertini. Off the other side of the bar. Oh, and then Nedved on the volley. Nedved's on a yellow card as well, actually. So possibly we look to put Savicevic. No, let's put Boban out wide. Let's put... Boxic is looking banging in the centre forward role. So in the complete forward role. So let's put Shearer as advanced forward. See if that works. We can always switch him and put him as the complete forward and then Boxic as the advanced. And now Maldini's starting to get a bit upset and tired. Let's swap him for Aruba Renner. Hopefully that's not too many changes. You can never really tell, can you? Time's ticking down. That's all we need to do. Just let it keep ticking. Let it keep ticking. Central midfield. Mehmet Scholl. Is it time for Mehmet Scholl? Yes, it is. For Hullet. Albertini wins the tackle. Boxic loses it. Long ball. Costa Curta brings it down. Well played. Desai. Back to Baresi. Aruba Renner. Boban. Shearer. Into the channel. Goes past everyone. Pulls it back. Hullet! That should be it. That should be the 3 points. Shearer turns provider. Look at that. That's what you expect from Alan Shearer, isn't it? Running the channels. Unselfishly cuts it back. Hullet's there to tap it in. That is a massive goal. Massive goal in this match. Costa Curta, Boxic, Donadoni, Boxic. Oh. Mehmet Scholl makes it 4. That we can't turn the computer off now. We just can't. The PC cannot be switched off until FM25. Them's the rules. What a strike. Paluca's just like flapping at it, innit? You know? I wonder if Shearer's able to do his pre-match chicken and beans in Milan. Oh, you better believe he's getting chicken and beans. You better believe it. What was that programme? Was that on Match of the Day? Not Match of the Day. Football Focus or something, was it? Or was that one of those like sort of other little weirdy sports programmes used to put on with the kids, wasn't it? I had a flashback. Oh, hang on. Massimo Paganin. I had a flashback. Someone... I don't know where it was. Was it Twitter, maybe? And I saw Paul Gascoigne's soccer school, and I was like, oh, I'd forgotten about that. Question in the chat: do we think an inverted full back on the right or the back four with an attacking left back would work? Create a back three and the left wing back as the whole left wing. I think you've only asked half a question there, Tristan, haven't you? So, you know I don't like context, but I think we need some context here. You know, who are you? How are you trying to play? What have you got in front of you? What have you got around you? What sort of players have you got? Because in theory, it could work. In theory. remember the interview at the time, can't remember which show, he just sounded so boring. It was, wasn't it? Because I imagine as well that he's not allowed, he wouldn't let the beans touch the chicken. That's what I imagine. Rightly or wrongly, that's how I'm presuming it to be. I wonder whether Maradona's available for loan. Probably not. We can't get him in, can we? Desai and Maldini are now suspended as well. Christian Panucci's going to be needing to be sent home. Yeah, the logic's sound. You could also have like a halfback might drop into form a back three as well. So if your fullback goes up and into where the midfield is, then the halfback could drop back and join the two centre halves. Or if the centre halves move up and you're pressing, then an anchor would sit there and the centre backs come to join that. Halfback worked much better in FM23 when it would drop properly into the centre half. So your wing back would be going up. Your fullback would be going here, and then your halfback would be sat, and it would just like play here. It was great. It was really good, but it doesn't quite do the same this year. It's not as like locked down that it does that all the time. It does do it, but not in the same way that it used to. If that makes sense. It definitely can. It can do it. Let's put Figo back on there instead of Donadoni. Try and keep some players fresh, shall we? Ayala in for Desai, who's suspended. Aribarena in for Maldini, who's suspended. Boxic and Simone up front. Boxic and Simone or Boxic and Shearer? Shearer needs the minutes, but not starting. You know what? Let's put Boban back in as well, because Boban was very good in the last match. Do that. Costa Curta's nervous. Ayala's aggressive. Someone's getting a red card today. Parma versus Napoli later on. Come on, Napoli. Do it for Scott McTominay. If you don't do it for me, do it for Scotty. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't work the ball in the box. Let's try and cross the ball, shall we? Taffarel in goal. I've forgotten about that, yeah. Simone down the wing. Hullet has a goal from distance. Taffarel had it covered though, didn't he? Get the ball clear. Figo goes down. D'Agostini clears it. Oh, Ayala's missed it. He's missed it twice. Buffon keeps us in it though. This is not what we want. I mean, I know we're only 20 minutes in and a lot can change, but this is not what we want. We don't want to get sucked into a battle here. But opposition have got all the ball. Regina, the second bottom, that's why. They're not scared, are they? They've got nothing to lose. They might as well throw everything at us. Oh, Buffon again with another save. How do we stop? How do we... Might sound really, really obvious. How do we stop them attacking? There's only going to be a matter of time before they do score. Kick them. That's the one. That's the one. Get the boots in. Yeah. Give me a bit of the guilt. There's. Oh no, giving the ball away. Not what we expect from Boban, is it? Costa Curta, Figo, Albertini, Hullet, Boban, Aruba Renner. Oh! What an inspired signing he's been. Thank you, random scout who found Aruba Renner. Oh, how about this lad from Boca Juniors? Yeah, how about this lad? I've got Paulo Futre as well. Tony, can't you afford to get Del Piero or Zlatan? No, we can't. Del Piero doesn't want to move and Zlatan's not in the database. Or at least, I can't see him. Have I moved all the centre-backs out? Oh, bugger. Actually, let's do that. Let's put Costa Curta at centre-back. Panucci can go right back. Let's put... Let's do that. Put Nedved out on the left as well. Yeah, a bit too young. A bit too young, unfortunately, for old Zlatan. Too soon for the Zlatan, sadly. Oh, Simone's gone down. No penalty, apparently. I wonder whether they bring Simone off for Shearer and just have a bit extra strength, or Van Basten. Futre is equalised. Van Basten for Boxic, I suppose. Actually, no, Van Basten for Simeone. I'll try that. Nedved was the cross in. Van Basten heads it over the top. Figo's on a 6-5. Donadoni's coming on. And we're also going to push them up. Is that going to leave us too exposed at the back, though? Panucci, great header. Boxage off for Shearer. We need more than one. Oh, they've got Sunday Elise as well. Oh, what a player. Aruba Renner, Nedved, Hullet. Baresi, Costa Curta, Panucci. Inside Shearer, Donadoni. Hullet, Donadoni inside. Panucci, Hullet, Shearer, Van Basten, offside. Offside. I think they're just looking for something to do, aren't they? They're just like, what decision do we make? Do we cross it? Do we work the ball in the box? Oh, lovely back heel by Hullet there. Shearer just nudges it through. Donadoni. Shearer. He can't be offside as well, can he? He is. Oh no. This is how we lose the league, innit? It's this match. This match here. Two offside goals. Oh no. How are we throwing it away here? Shearer down the wing. He is good on the wing. Van Basten's headed over. Oh no. Oh. How many times has Shearer put top bins this season? A fair amount. He's done pretty well. 13 goals in 24. He's been injured a little bit as well. But, I mean, you know, we've got Marco Simone, we've got Marco Van Basten, we've now got Alan Boksic as well. There's Van Basten. Back for Shearer. That one counts. Oh. I've never cheered an Alan Shearer goal before. I will now. That's the one. Little deflection off the defender. Big Al's there to tap it home. Van Basten inside. Nedved. Donadoni hits it straight at Taffarel. Oh, hang on. I need to drop back in the defensive shape, don't I? Oh, ooh, yeah, maybe we do. The squeakiest bum time. I don't know what it is in Italian. El squicchio bummio time, time. But oh, Boban. Oh. Cautious maybe. Launching it. Van Basten gets his head on it. Shearer's picked it up. Gives it away. Put your foot in. Panucci. Great tackle. Bit of graphical glitch there, I think. Rubarena down the channel. Van Basten. Back for Boban. Off the underside of the bar. That'll do it. That'll do. What a finish that is. That, like, when it's smashed off the underside of the bar, that looks class, doesn't it? Yeah, that'll do. The title race is still on. We're 1 point ahead of Parma. They play Napoli next. We could do with Napoli doing us a favour here. 15 shots for Reggiana. They're second bottom in the league. Oof, they gave it some. Underside of the bar always looks so much better. I maintain that any time it hits any of the woodwork and goes in, it's a better goal. Like, I know it's not technically as good a strike, but aesthetically, it looks better, doesn't it? That slight deviation. Obviously, Napoli lost to Parma, so that doesn't really help anybody. Well, it helps Parma, obviously, but it doesn't help us. So still 2 points. Cremonese away, then Brescia. Okay. The Yeboah goal for Leeds versus Liverpool. Yeah. Comes off the underside of the bar, it just looks better, doesn't it? It just looks better. Or the Paul Scholes one against Villa. Ball comes out on the corner, hits it on the volley. It's an incredible goal anyway, but when it hits off the underside of the bar, bounces on and then up in the roof of the net, it's just like, yeah, that's class. Shots to hit the top side of the bar and somehow go in. Really? How would that work? That's got to, like, spin backwards, surely. Let's make an offer to bring Veron back in the summer. Inter have beaten Brescia 5-1. That might help us in a little bit. Okay, fine. Nothing for Veron just yet then. Somehow, somewhere it must have happened. Oh, it will have happened. It will have happened. Don't worry about that, MCG. It's definitely happened. Like, the percentage chance of it happening is incredibly small, but there's always like you'll see it occasionally when you're on like Facebook or something, where there's a penalty shootout somewhere in like Namibia, and someone takes the last penalty and they shoot and it hits the top of the crossbar and the keeper comes running away just like celebrating like yay, and then like when they're busy celebrating the ball drops and bounces and spins back into the net and it's like, yeah, you've not actually won. Like those sorts of things happen, don't they? But not with any sort of like regularity. Parma have just gone and beaten Roma 4-2. Thanks for that, Parma. Some Sunday League game with the keeper is hungover. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know exactly which one I mean, right? So yeah, those sorts of games happen. Right, Aruba may have scored another absolute belter goal, but he's still not going to displace Maldini in the starting lineup. Figo's coming off for Donadoni. I know it's against Cremonese and I'm putting out a full strength team, but you know the full strength team needs to be out, right? Van Basten for Boksic. Yeah, you know the one I mean, yeah. Anyone remember the England goal in the World Cup against Hungary? The ball got stuck in the stanchion between the bar and the post. Oh, that's a proper good one. If there's a stanchion involved. Wasn't that Clive Allen that did that for... Was it Clive Allen that did that for Spurs? Maybe? Sort of games where some tackles don't get red carded but are verging on GBH. They're the ones. They're the ones. Like a fight, like basically a football match has interrupted a fight, that sort of thing. Smart Patrol in on the Prime. Thank you very much for that, my friend. Appreciate the support. Very kind. On the Prime as well. That's the smart way to do it, by the way. You use Amazon Prime. If you've got Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. Doesn't cost you anything. It's all taken care of in your Amazon Prime subscription. So if you do want to subscribe to any creator on Twitch, it gives you a free subscription. So link your Prime to Twitch, link it to Discord. You get into the members area of the Discord as well. And there you go. Do it for free. Appreciate that. Thank you, Smart Patrol. So let's see what we can come up with against Cremonese here, shall we? They beat us before, so we need to exact revenge on them. Simeone goes down. Simone, sorry, not Simeone. Maldini. Van Basten. Albertini. Back. Oh, Van Basten. Donadoni. Albertini can't get there. Pull it. Oh, good stop by the keeper. Donadoni thought he was going to hit that there. Boban decided I was offside. That's a silly offside to give away, isn't it? Need to do better. Free kick. Albertini steps over it. Mondragon. Oh, Mondragon, what a goal. I forgot about him. Hullit's header tipped over the top. MCG, inspired by your save, started 94-95 Celtic database. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Old enough to remember how bad we were then. There'll be some stinkers in that Celtic side, I'd imagine, is there? Find me some of those player names. Who would be in the Celtic side at that time? Paul McStay? Goes Trevor Brooking, for anyone who's interested. It's worth a watch. Yeah, Rich, if you either... Oh, good save. Either pop the link in the Discord or ping it to Rujo or Zeep, and they'll be able to post it in the chat for you. So, 10 shots, 5 on target. But theoretically, we are doing well, but we're not actually converting our chances. McStay and John Collins. John Collins was there at the time, wasn't he? He hadn't moved. Was Mowbray on the side? Oh, good shout. Hullet. Boban. Oh, a little bit over hit, I think. Albertini. Maldini. Hullet. Good save by the keeper. Pat Bonner's the goalkeeper. Mowbray and Malky Mackay at centre-back. There we go. Yeah, Rangers had the squad at the time, wasn't it? They were the ones. Charlie Nicholas and Andy Walker. Andy Walker wasn't the one that I'd be... That wasn't the name I'd be thinking of. Boban for Nedved, I think. Put Boxic on as well. See if that'll get a goal. Rangers squad was good. It was very... Did they have Gattuso at the time? And obviously they had Laudrup and one of the De Boers, possibly? Arthur Newman, was he there at the time as well? Rickson wasn't, was he? Hadn't got there yet. Richard Goff probably centre half. Gorham in goal, I'd imagine. Big dunk. Keeper's come and collected this again. Right. Too soon for the De Boers and Newman and Gattuso. Oh, right, okay. Or they're like 98 or something. Was it Peter Van Vossen? Is that who they had instead? Boxic goes through, misses. I mean, this just feels like an inevitable 0-0 or a 1-0 defeat, doesn't it? Van Basten, Albertini. Can he cut it back again? No. Hullet. Over the top. This is literally like, it doesn't matter what we're doing here. We're getting all the shots away, but we're just not scoring. Albertini, Nedved loses the ball. Barezi's in there. Hullet's in there. Baresi intercepts. Donadoni gazzes at Lazio. Oh, we're asking, is Gazza still in Lazio in the database? Yes, he is, yeah. Baresi, Maldini, Albertini. Great ball. Back post. Van Basten. How's he missed that? Honestly, I don't understand. Van Basten has missed a hatful of chances. He's going to have to come off for Shearer. Shots on target. 26 shots, 9 on target. What are we doing? Honestly, what are we doing? Central midfielder. Who's going to come on central midfield? Scholl's not fancying it. Pirlo, maybe? Could Pirlo do something? Right, let's try and... Let's really ruin ourselves, shall we? There's now going to be too many men forward. Baresi, Desai moved into midfield now. Shearer, Donadoni, Boxic puts it wide. This can't be the... We can't lose the Serie A title to Cremonese. Surely not. Are they going to be our bogey team? Hullet loses possession. Costa Curta wins it back. Put your foot in. Buffon, Maldini, Nedved, Desai, Pirlo, Maldini, Nedved. Crossed in. Boxic! No, Shearer! Shearer's with a header. What a ball. What a header. What a cross that is. God, I tell you what, we've had to work for that, haven't we? We have had to really graft. He does always go one hand, but I think he's allowed to... He's allowed to go with two at this point. In Italy, if you celebrate one hand, you end up signing for Lazio, I think. So, MadScientist has been very clever in that sense. To avoid any potential misdemeanors. Oh, hang on. Where have you come from? Ooh, Desai mopping up. Nedved pings it. Can't believe Sanshiro rather than Quinn. Yeah, I agree. I think we should have gone for Quinn, to be honest. Should have done. Is Quinn at Man City, is he? Or is it Sunderland? I see he's at Man City, yeah. He's doing well, mind. Model citizen, of course he is. He's an absolute model citizen. Right. That was nerve-wracking. That was nerve-wracking. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Serie A games to go. Champions League matches. Coppa Italia semis. I think that's enough for one night. Don't you? I think that's ended with a bit of drama. Was that 9 wins in a row? I think it is now. So we're doing okay at this point. Just need to keep it going, really. And hopefully we can. It'll be back on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be the next time that we come and play. Obviously nothing tomorrow, so a few bits of pieces I need to do. So let's find out who is around, who have we not seen before, who might be quite new. There's a dude here in the Croatian league and he's in 2032. That sounds like a good thing, doesn't it? Plus, we've never seen them before. Actually, no, we have seen them before. We've been over there. So, yeah. Seems fairly new. Go and do that. Go and give them some love. Right? Take it easy, everyone. Have a cracking Tuesday. And I'll speak to you on Wednesday. Right? When this AC Milan train needs to keep a rolling. So, speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye now.